Here we go on a Wednesday, everybody, October 25th. Chris Allen here on the Sam Channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. A cloudy, mainly cloudy day yesterday. Looked like it wanted to rain, but nope, it did not. And we even managed to get into the 70s, mid 70s for high temperatures despite all the clouds. And there you see clouds again this morning. We're going to continue to see these clouds blowing off, showers and thunderstorms, which are out west of us in parts of Missouri and Arkansas. And some of them are coming a little bit closer to western Kentucky, but the atmosphere is so dry that it's not going to really materialize for us. Everybody else is getting the rain back to the west, but such is not the case here. In fact, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer, maybe late tomorrow night for some of you, but the better chance of rain will be coming on Friday. Here's a look at the radar along with all the advisories. Lots of flooding going on from Wichita to Topeka into parts of Missouri. There you see some light returns coming in parts of Missouri and the Wabash River into Illinois and Indiana this morning. All of that is continuing to push as it's looking like it's going to be a kind of a rainy time back here. But here we are, just again sitting here without any kind of rain, and it looks like that's going to continue for at least a couple of more days until we can. This big ridge of high pressure to the east is what's blocking any kind of from coming coming our way and from advancing forward east. So there we go. We're just kind of stuck here for a little bit longer until we can get that ridge moved out of the way, and then we can get some rain, and we will. As we get on into the weekend, we are going to get some better rain chances and maybe even some thunderstorms. We could use rain, really. We're woefully behind, like almost 5 inches year to date. That's January 1 to today. We're almost at 5 inches behind on pacing for rainfall, and then 3.5 inches behind if you start from September 1st to today. So, you know, and it's very dry. And I've seen a couple of little small fires that have started because people tossed out a cigarette or maybe just tried to burn something in a small area and then it got out of hand. Let me tell you, it's going to be windy starting today, breezy at times, and with all the dry, what we call the fuels hanging around, that's the dry grass and brush and weeds and woods, you know, it's not a good idea to burn anything around here. Checking mesonet temperatures this morning, we're mild 50s and 60s all across the board here. Anywhere from 50 to 59, almost 60 here in Bowling Green. Again, it's the lay of the land, and where these mesonet sites are has a lot to do with it. With the coldest, again, being in Burkesville near the Cumberland River, they're reading only 40, and they're down in the valley right there where the river is, just outside of Burkesville, 3 miles west of Burkesville, actually, downtown along the river. So that's where that mesonet site is. And that's why this time of the year it usually reads colder than everybody else. It seems like that's the case every morning when you get a stable air mass like this and high pressure overhead. It is the perfect setup for that. Here's a look at the model blender, and let me just warn you that there is some big time cold polar air that is going to come in for the beginning of November, even Halloween, which is Tuesday. And look what happens there. You see the blue, and you see, just look at the chart. Look at the chart here 78, 78, 77, look at that cliff there. It's a wee, boom. And then it does moderate some, but this is the coldest air yet this fall season, coming Tuesday, Wednesday, last day of October, which is Halloween, and into the first day of November, which is, Wednesday the 1st. But look at these lows: 32, 28. Now that is Halloween night into next Wednesday morning. Actually, we could get to the freezing mark by Tuesday morning, but 28, that's a hard freeze. When we hit 28 here in Southern Kentucky, um, that is, you can count on a hard freeze. That's a killing frost. So that will be our first one for the fall season. That's coming Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. It could happen Halloween night into Wednesday morning. So, right there, that's the big one. Look at that, 30, even Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And we're staying in the 30s or around freezing even into next Friday, and not moderating above freezing really until you get into next Saturday. So we've got the rest of this week, really warm temperatures, leftover summer, or I call it the summer leftovers, and then the polar plunge that's going to happen this weekend, late this weekend into the beginning of next week. And it's going to be the one that I think is going to put an end to all the bugs, the little gnats that are still flying around, and it's going to kill everything. Um, It'll be the first hard freeze of the season if the models continue to give us this, what they're showing us. So let's take a look at the maps here, the model maps showing that we're going to continue to be in that dry area with high pressure just sitting here over the Carolinas, moving very little, the center of it, but the ring or the dome of high pressure is pretty expansive. And it is what's holding off any kind of rain from moving into our area. So that's going to continue to be the case as we go through today, even eating away at some of this moisture that's been back west of us today. It's going to take a while. There is a front that will approach. You'll see it coming into view here. Here's Thursday, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. We start to see some showers moving into western Kentucky. And I think overnight, Thursday into Friday morning, we will begin to see some showers and even some thunderstorms. Nothing severe. It's just, like we've had previous to this one, uh, bouts of, some heavy downpours for a few minutes, then it goes away. It's going to be breezy, rumbles of thunder. Here comes that front I was talking about. Look, high pressure still hanging on right there. And it's going to start to break down a little, but it's going to take time. So, what happens is when this front tries to move in on Saturday, it will retreat because there's waves of low pressure riding along the front. There's one down here in Oklahoma that's got a ride along the front. And then there's one here over the Wabash River. It's riding along the front. And each one of those is going to make the front kind of wobble back and forth because this high pressure ridge acts like a wall and it doesn't want to let the rainfall in here. So the front retreats as you see it there, and it stalls with these ripples of low pressure riding along it. The heaviest rain is going to be north of the Ohio River. So here we go. We're going to look like it looks like we're going to miss out again on any good rainfall until we get into Monday. This is where the front starts to make some headway. High pressure ridge begins to break down a little bit more. There's a lot of colder air back behind the system, but it's going to hold off until we get really into Tuesday, which is Halloween. The front finally passes by, and we get a chilly, chilly leftover rain And I wouldn't be too surprised that if Monday night into Tuesday morning, somebody in the area sees maybe a little mix. Eh, don't get ahead of me now. I know this is the time of year when I mention something like that. It will be cold enough, but the thing is, most of this will, if it does fall, would be probably melting before it reaches the ground. Now, further north, you can see what's happening there. It is happening over the Great Lakes. But for us, Halloween is looking breezy and colder. For the trick or treaters, there may be some leftover sprinkles, could be a little something else mixed in there. Not really confident on that because this is Wednesday and that's going to be next Tuesday. So we're still, kind of almost a week out before that happens. But the thing that we're more and more sure of is that the first hard freeze of the season is coming, most likely Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then again Tuesday night, Wednesday night next week. Highs will only be in the 50s and lows will be in the upper 20s to around 30. So it's a given that it's coming. That's going to be the one. Um, Again, yesterday's high 74, 69 where we should be. So we were 5 degrees above average. We'll probably be close to that. I'm going to go 77, 78, and breezy today. The winds are going to pick up from the south at 15 to 25. And there could even be a gust up to 30 later this afternoon with that departing low pressure system to the north of us. And the pressure difference there could make that happen. All right, you guys have a great day. I'm getting ready for my radio show starting at 6, going to 10 this morning. Sam 100.7. Hope you tune in for that. And of course, you can find me on your TV tonight at 5, 6, and 10 at WNKY News 40 because local matters and your weather matters. Local weather matters too. That's why I'm doing it. Anyway, have a great Wednesday. Thank you for watching. As always, God bless you, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.